Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, we hear from officials with AAA about what you need to do when driving on wet roadways. And a big change is coming for Kentucky high school students. We'll explain.
And we're getting a little bit of a break from the rain now, but we're not out of the woods yet. Details coming up.
Dedicated to southern and eastern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. More rounds of showers and storms are working their way through the Commonwealth. Not much here in eastern Kentucky right now, but it's still a First Alert weather day. And First Alert meteorologist Eric Dean has the latest on what to expect this evening. Eric.
That's right, Steve. We're keeping an eye on another round of showers and storms that will push through in the evening, overnight hours, and into the day on Thursday. Take a look here at some of the rainfall totals since midnight. Painesville picked up just over an inch on Black Mountain, just under an inch near the Somerset area, about a half inch in Monticello, over a half inch near Barberville. And these numbers are going to continue to go up as we go throughout the next several hours. Here's the latest right now with live pinpoint Doppler radar. You can see a little bit of shower activity throughout portions of eastern Kentucky. We'll go ahead and pinpoint over towards portions of Leslie County, over towards the Ashers Fork area near the Girdler area, seeing some rain at this time. And then we have another area just to the north of Wayne County in West Virginia that's pushing through. As a matter of fact, the extreme northern portion of Wayne County in West Virginia is under a flash flood warning at this hour. And again, there's a lot more off to the west. We're going to keep an eye on this little guy right here across central Tennessee. This is going to push its way up and over, something we'll be monitoring very close. So with that in mind, that First Alert weather day will continue throughout the day. On Thursday, strong storms not out of the question. Localized flooding, though, will be the main threat. I'll have your complete First Alert forecast coming up in a few minutes. Steve.
Eric, thank you. Many say the rain is welcome after being so dry for weeks, but it can bring along some unpleasant driving conditions. Water can pull up quickly on the roads and take a while to drain off. Mariah Congito has some safe driving tips you can follow as the rain lingers in the forecast.
According to the Federal Highway Administration, more than 70% of weather-related car crashes happen on wet roads.
You can't maneuver your car the way you can on those dry roadways.
Many of us are out of practice as it's been so dry for so long.
When we have rainy weather, we know that the incidence of crashes can go up.
Over the next few days, Lori Weaver Hawkins with AAA of the Bluegrass says you're going to want to go back to the basics, like you learned when you got behind the wheel for the first time.
Give ourselves more time as we're pulling up to those intersections, especially, or when we're in traffic, because it's going to take more to stop. Slow your speed. Don't brake abruptly, because that's often
All right, we're having some trouble with that story. Obviously, we'll move on now to some other news. In Perry County, one woman was arrested after she was accused of firing a weapon toward authorities. The sheriff says it happened when a deputy was assisting the DEA, along with other agencies, serve an arrest warrant in the Scuddy area. Police say the woman was taken into custody. Her name has not been released. No one was hurt during that incident. One Laurel County man was sentenced to more than 6 years in prison for drug trafficking. According to his plea agreement, Edward Albert Ernsting was found passed out in his vehicle at a gas station last year. That's when police recovered roughly 16 grams of a substance containing fluorofentanyl, fentanyl, and heroin, along with 14 grams of meth. Ernsting admitted to significant heroin and fentanyl trafficking activity for more than a year, or for a year or more prior to his arrest. An Irvin man was sentenced to more than 24 years in prison for trying to persuade a minor to engage in unlawful sexual activity online. According to court documents, Stephen Randall Neal messaged the victim through Facebook Messenger. On multiple occasions, Neal communicated with the victim online in an attempt to get them to send sexually explicit images and to engage in the activity. Neal admitted he engaged in hands-on sexual abuse of the victim on 2 occasions. Officials with the Rockcastle County School District say one of its school buses was involved in a very minor incident. In a post on Facebook, the district said all students on the bus were quickly and safely taken to school on another bus. The Kentucky Department of Education recognized schools and school districts for best practices at the 2025 Continuous Improvement Summit, and a few schools in our area made the cut. The Corbin School of Innovation with Corbin Independent received recognition, as well as Whitley County for its grade level roundtable discussions. The Kentucky Department of Education is awarding a contract to the College Board to administer the SAT starting in the spring of 2026. KDE says the digitally formatted test could save the state more than $350,000 a year. There are some differences between the SAT and the ACT. The SAT relies more on critical thinking versus the ACT, which focuses on certain curriculum. Both the reading and writing section and the math section are divided into two equal timed parts. One person who was detained has died following a shooting at an ICE facility in Dallas, Texas. Two other people who were detained are in critical condition. The FBI is investigating the situation as an act of targeted violence, according to a special agent in charge. A Homeland Security spokesperson told Fox News that no ICE agents were injured during the shooting. The Supreme Court of Appeals of West Virginia paid a visit to Marshall University as part of the Court on Campus program. The court heard oral arguments in 3 cases designed to give students a first-hand look at the state's highest court in action. In addition to Marshall students, about 200 students from Huntington and Cabell Midland high schools were in attendance.
There's real value in every citizen understanding how all of our government works, to include the judicial branch, which is one of 3 branches of government. And you can learn about it by reading in a book, but nothing replaces the actual seeing of what it does.
The Supreme Court also conducted a question and answer session with students, giving them an opportunity to interact with members of the state's highest court. Good news for some fall lovers out there. The Perry County Farmers Market and ARH is hosting its Fall Festival on Thursday afternoon from 4 until 7. North Fork local food coordinator Jennifer Weber says the event will go on rain or shine. At the festival, you can expect free activities, live music, lawn games, and more.
I think it'll be a great opportunity to have some fun with your family. It's a great opportunity to support local farmers and food entrepreneurs. And, you know, let me tell you, that fresh winter squash, that fresh baked bread is better than anything you'll get anywhere else.
Weber says this is a great way to start off the fall season with a bonus of free pumpkins for kids. 2024 Oaks and Derby winning jockey Brian Hernandez Jr. continues to recover after a bad fall at Churchill Downs in Louisville Sunday. He says the horse Sergeant Garcia took a funny step and he came off the side of him, and he believes his back leg stomped on his chest. Hernandez had 7 broken ribs and a liver laceration that required immediate surgery. Yesterday, surgeons added plates and screws to stabilize his ribs. Today, Hernandez was up and walking at the hospital.
When you're a jockey for this many years, you know when you hit the ground the minute something's broken most of the time. Because I've hit the ground quite a few times, and you hit the ground and you get up, you're like, oh, nothing's broken, I'm fine, and you walk back to the jockey's room.
The 39-year-old jockey says this is the first time he's been admitted after a fall. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, one company hosts a ribbon cutting in West Virginia for its expanded facility.
And in the world of weather, it's quiet now, but we're not out of the woods yet in terms of rainfall. Details coming up.